I wanted to know more about the DREAM Act, and a few days ago I volunteered helping young undocumented immigrants. There I met Julio, and he told me his side of the story.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up? My name is Julio Calderon. I am originally from Honduras. I am 23 years old and I am actually an undocumented student here at Miami-Dade College University campus.
I know that you're really active in the process of the DREAM Act and the Deferred Action. Can you tell me the difference?
Great. The DREAM Act is a legislation that was actually created as a bill in 2001, and you've seen a lot of undocumented students or dreamers coming out on TV and pushing for the DREAM Act. In order to pass the DREAM Act, it must go through Senate and the Congress, and we need to get 60 votes and the majority in the House. So it takes a lot of votes. It takes a lot of people voting for it, and we realized that we didn't have the votes. So after 2010, when it failed, we started pushing for whole of removals and different things, and that's what the president did, which is a deferred action. So the difference between the deferred action and the DREAM Act is that the deferred action was made by the president, but it's only temporary. That means that students might be able to fix their status or get a driver's license and be able to be part of society, but it's only for 2 years. So we understand that we need to pass the DREAM Act, because if we get the DREAM Act passed, it will be just forever, and it would also allow undocumented students to be able to become residents and then finally citizens. With the deferred action, you cannot do that.
How you think it's gonna affect the country if it passes or if it doesn't pass?
If it doesn't pass, we have seen a lot of people have been getting deported in the last couple of years, and there is a reason. You have private prisons making money out of people being in jail, and then they just deport them after that. And then undocumented students not being able to get in-state tuition or like being able to go to college. So it's like a whole crisis, and people don't really want to talk about it in Congress. And so that's why we did the movement. But if it doesn't pass, this is gonna continue. A lot of our family members, a lot of our friends won't be able to go to college, won't be able to be part of society, and won't be able to be part of this country that they call home. So, but if it passes, actually, just think about it. You're gonna have 2.1 million undocumented students, which just happened with the deferred action. All of them being able to go to college, and they have to pay out-of-state tuition. That's what that's one of the misunderstandings. That people say they're going to get institution, they're going to get financial aid. That's not the case. They're going to be paying out-of-state tuition. And all of these students, before they even get into the process, they have to pay a fee. You can see it right now, they're paying $465 per application. So, they're creating jobs, at least within the USCIS, which is the Department of Citizenship. They're creating jobs and they're giving back to the community. And then when they become residents, actually when they go through the process, they're going to go to school, they're going to have to pay out-of-state tuition. They're giving back more money back, or they'll be able to get driver's licenses, put more money back into the economy, get a car, all that. And it's going to help the economy. And the question is like, why not? Why not allow these students to be part of society and just being able to also help the economy?
What are you doing right now to help with this process? What is your position on this?
Well, right now we created clinics, which basically allows undocumented students to go to the clinic and process their paperwork. We realized that after the deferred action, there were a lot of lawyers actually charging between $1,000 to $2,000, and our community doesn't have that money. If they had that money, they would be coming to Miami-Dade College, maybe out-of-state tuition. So we realized that we needed to create the clinics. So far, we have had 8 clinics. We're gonna have our next clinic tomorrow, and we have helped about 600 undocumented students just in Miami area. We have had undocumented students coming from even South Carolina, or Tampa, Orlando, you name it, everywhere. And we have been the example of actually the whole country. They're looking at the work that we're doing. And we have students from Miami-Dade College, different campuses, coming to our clinics and volunteering. And that's what we're doing right now.
Julio, what do you tell to people that don't support this legislation?
You know, a lot of people that don't support this legislation, the question is because my tax money is going to undocumented students. I don't want my money to go into tax. But then they haven't realized that, you know, in the United States we have private prisons, or CCA, the GEO Group, and other private prisons. They make money out of people being in jail. They were like hotels, you know. They actually made $160. That's the average per day per inmate. So they're the ones pushing for legislation, anti-immigrant bills and all that, SB 1070. So they criminalize undocumented immigrants. I had a friend who actually spent 3 months in jail, and if you do the math, your tax money, that tax money that people are actually saying like, I don't want that tax money to go into undocumented students, you actually pay $14,000 if you do the math, 160 times 90, because he spent three months in jail. So you all paid about $14,000 for my friend being in jail, and then if you pay for a whole year for education at Miami-Dade College, it's less than $10,000. So you have to realize that your tax money is still going somewhere. It is still being spent in immigrants. It is just being spent into the fact that they're being incarcerated, and that's not helping our community.